Question 23. We have a diagram here. ABCD is a parallelogram. So we've got ABCD. So this is a parallelogram. Angle BCD is 76. BCD is 76 degrees. D to C is 12. So D to C is 12. Work out the perimeter of the parallelogram ABCD. So we want the perimeter. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. So if we look at this carefully, so parallelogram means this, the right side and the left side are equal. The top side and the bottom side are also equal. So I've just put two lines to represent them. I'm going to separate this triangle just so that sometimes just by separating it, it can become simpler. And already I can see, I'm interested in this side. So this is, I'm going to label this as X. Already I can see what I'm working with. I've got a right angle triangle. That means it could be, we're not working out the area. So the other two things that are possible are Pythagoras' theorem or trigonometry. Now, apart from the right angle, we've got a second angle. So that means it's not Pythagoras. We are going to be using trigonometry. So with trigonometry, step one, I have to label my sides. Step two is to find out what I'm using, SOHCAHTOA. And then I will be calculating these steps three, the calculation. So let me go through these. So label the sides. Start off with the hypotenuse. Opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. Opposite the angle is the opposite side. And then the missing one is adjacent. Now, which ones am I using? So if I put SOHCAHTOA, I've got SOHCAHTOA written here, so I'll use that. I'm using hypotenuse, so I'm going to tick this off. And this formula off, and not this one, so there's nothing there. Opposite, there's no information given to me, so it's a blank, so I'm not using opposite. So I can cross out opposite here, which leaves one left. And you can see here adjacent, I've got a side here, X. It's an unknown, but I'm going to be finding out this side, so I'm using cos. So I'm going to rewrite this using the triangle. So cos 76 equals A for adjacent. Adjacent is an unknown. And then hypotenuse is H12 here. So I can see already my X equals cos 76 times by 12. I can get my calculator out. Cos 76 times by 12 gives me 2.9 03 ... Okay, so I'm going to be using that. So if I look at the perimeter, so now I know this is 2.9. And it carries on. This side is 2.9. The bottom is 12. The top must be 12. So all I'm doing is adding them all together. So rather than rounding now, I'm going to be using my 2.90. So I'm going to use my answer here, and then I'm going to press times 2. So I've got that, and then I'm adding 12 twice. That gives me 29.8. So I'm going to write this out here before I forget. 2.903 ... times by 2 plus 12 plus 12 equals. Oops, bring the camera there. So I've got that equals 29.8 06125. My answer should be correct to one decimal place. So one decimal place. Am I rounding up or down? It's 0, so I'm rounding down, so my answer is 29.8 centimeter. So I'm rounding down 29.8 centimeter. And that is my final answer. Let me double check the question. Work out the perimeter of the parallelogram. I found out this unknown using trigonometry. These two sides are the same. These two sides, I add them together to give me the perimeter. So 4 sides are here, and that's my final answer.